have a booty now. I didn't have no booty then. Okay, so this is like all wrong. Am I filming? Yeah, filming. Mad. Hold on, shut up for a second. Like, why people be smoking so much? You can't survive without weed. I don't forget that I can have this, baby. Nobody else you. Nobody else made it smooth. Nobody else had a clue what I could do, what I could do. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to be reacting to my most popular video to date. So I've had my YouTube channel for over 2 years. I posted hundreds of videos, and yet for some reason this one video just, y'all ate it up. So this video is called Homemade Shea Butter Cream for Waistlength Hair, super detailed, step-by-step breakdown. And to this date, it has 255,877 views, which is insane. In this video, I basically share with you guys how to make the hair butter that helped me grow waist-length hair. I posted a similar version a couple months before this video on my TikTok, and it got over 4 million views. That's what kind of set off my platform and my business, and kind of currently gave me the products that I have now. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of watch this video with you guys, kind of react to it, and just kind of see like how far everything has come, and also just give you guys some tips and tricks of things I would do differently or change in this video to kind of give you a better result. So before we get started, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, put your notifications on so you don't miss any of my uploads. Your girl is moving to Atlanta, and as requested, I will be vlogging the whole process, so make sure you don't miss that. Also, make sure to follow me on my TikTok and Instagram for daily content, and check out my hair care products if you're interested in getting the products that came from this video that we're gonna watch today. Alright guys, let's get started. Okay, so this video was posted April of 2021, which is crazy. That was right before I went to med school, so in this video I was living at home with my parents, so that was a long time ago. It seems like a whole lifetime ago, but let's just get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm about to give you all the tea on my homemade shea butter cream. Oh my goodness, this intro. Oh my goodness. First of all, that's crazy. First of all, I had my braces on in this video. So I got my braces off 3 months ago, and I had them when I was 18. I got them when I was 18. I just got them off. So I've had them for about 4 years. So that's crazy to see me with braces. Oh my goodness. And I was so skinny. I mean, I'm not fat, but I got thick, you know, but I was small. And look at my intro. This is the first intro I ever did. I was so proud of this intro. Let's see how many followers I had on Instagram and TikTok. I'm just curious. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Let's see. Oh, I had about 3,600 on Instagram. That's crazy. That's freaking crazy. And I had 300K on TikTok. That's so crazy. Wow, God is so good. I have come so far. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a minute since I posted, but first of all, it's always a minute since I post. I'm still not consistent, but I remember this wig was the first like wig I ever got, I think. Yeah, this was the first wig I ever got, and I didn't get paid for it, and I did 3 videos. I think this was from Her Giving Hair. So I didn't get paid for it. I should have, but you know, first time anybody sending me anything I didn't know. That's crazy. So that was the first time. Back now because I had to share the details on my homemade shea butter cream. So if you don't know, I posted the recipe for the homemade shea butter cream that I've been making now for 4 years. Since I've been natural on my TikTok, and the video got 4.5 million views. Ever since then, my platforms on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram have exploded. I just reached 300K on TikTok, and now I'm a natural hair influencer. So of course, can we just take a minute to appreciate how far my makeup has come? I'm not trying to clown myself, but like, let's be for real, because what was my brows doing at that point? Oh my goodness. Like y'all see the smoothness? And look at the camera quality. That's crazy. I made this video before I had a camera. So this was with my phone and I didn't have lighting, didn't know nothing about that. I maybe was on social media for like 4 months at this point. That's crazy. Of course, I had to come on here and give you guys a full breakdown of the shea butter cream. I'm going to take you guys with me as I go to the store and get all the ingredients. I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. I'm going to sit down and talk to you about how exactly to use it to see results. And I'm going to show you how I use it on my hair. So if you're interested, let's go. I thought it would be easier to do this vlog style. So right now, I'm on... You know what's funny? Like, as an influencer now, the smart thing to do, I would have broken this video up into 3 parts or 2. Like, I would have one part showing you like how to get everything and where to get everything and giving you a bunch of options, and then I would have the second part actually making it, and then I might mix that with how to use it. I don't know. I just would have broken it up into more parts just to get more out of it. But why is my hair different in this next clip? Hold on. I'm going to the gym, and then once I get back from the gym, I'm going to head to the store to get ingredients. So let's go. Let's just take a second to admire this thickness, because I used to have no booty. I didn't have a booty. I have a booty now. I didn't have no booty then, okay? But I remember during this time, I would work out like crazy. I'm trying to get back to that. I'm talking 6-7 days a week. I was in that gym like every day, like 1 to 2 hours a day, just weightlifting. I got so small. I wasn't eating enough to like gain muscle, but I lost so much weight. But I was on a gap year, I think I want to say. I had a gap year during this time. I'm gonna turn my that off. But I was on a gap year, so I wasn't in school and I wasn't really working, so I just had a bunch of free time on my hands and I was bored at home all day. So I would like take my brother to practice, take him to school and stuff, and so like during that, you know, break time, I would go to the gym. Sorry y'all, I was on the phone with my movers because your girl's moving next week. But anyways, let's just keep going. This is fun though. I didn't think this was gonna be this fun. It's cool. Y'all, I am so tired and I look an absolute hot mess. My workout was so hard today. I cleared up so many dark marks because I only got 3 hours of sleep. I stayed up too late making TikToks. But anyways, let's go to Target. You know what's crazy? I said that because I just got off live on TikTok. If you were there, you know, talking about how I'm like literally done with TikTok because it's just like struggling so hard to get views on that app now, which is crazy. And not just me, a lot of creators that were popping around the time I started coming up, like they disappeared off the platform. I haven't seen them in a while. It's just TikTok has changed so much and it's just kind of hard to like keep up and adjust and still be true to yourself as a creator. I don't know. So I actually ended up going to my beauty supply store first because it was closest to me. And while there, the only thing that I found was shea butter. And I found it in a 4-ounce container. This will last you about 2 to 3 months. And it's only $4. So that's a really good deal. Okay, so I'm not trying to pause it, but I just keep thinking of stuff. I get a lot of people asking me where I used to get those huge 55-pound blocks of shea butter from. I used to get it from a company called Bulk Apothecary. I'll put the website right here and also in the description box. They sell 55 big blocks of shea butter and mango butter, or you can get them in like 7-pound jars. So yeah. So of course I went to the hair care section and I found the yellow shea butter in a 10-ounce container and it was $6.50, so that's okay. And I also found tea tree oil and I found it for $6. I've used this. Also, I use white refined shea butter in my products. I was using unrefined for a long time, but the smell is so strong and sometimes it could be pungent, which isn't like a good smell to put in your hair. So I started using refined shea butter and I used the white shea butter. So, but I noticed there is no difference really between the yellow and the white, so you can get whatever you want. Before, I really like it and it lasts a really long time, so I definitely say it's worth the purchase. Still would use tea tree oil. So lastly, I went to Wally World and this is where I find most of the ingredients. So in the hair care section, I found both white and yellow shea butter. I'll talk about the difference later. Oh, but I got ahead of myself. Container and it's $8 So this is the kind that I usually use just because I'm always near Walmart. And so this is the grapeseed oil that I usually use. That one right there. And then... So I remember when I was posting these videos, like with the ingredients. Am I filming? Yeah, I'm filming. And I don't have my glasses on, y'all, or contacts, so I can't see how, like, I can't see myself. But I remember when I was posting these ingredients, people were saying, you shouldn't use that. That's for cooking, yada, yada, yada. And as a business owner, of course, like, I'll order my oils from an actual, like, cosmetic, you know, company or whatever, so they're not used for cooking. But when I was using these oils that you would typically use for cooking, it didn't make any difference with my hair. So I still have to say, like, if you see it, just grab it. It don't gotta be perfect. This is the coconut oil that I get. I was so confused because I don't ever remember paying $10 for it, but it's actually $5. I really like this kind. I also saw some avocado. Why is my voice like that? But the coconut oil, I don't use coconut oil in it anymore, or in any of my products, just because too many people were allergic to coconut oil. So I don't use that, and they won't be in my new products. But avocado oil, which you definitely can use. I really don't like avocados in general. They give me really bad stomach cramps, so I just stay away from anything to do with it. That's still true. And then, of course, you have your fancier olive oils. Those are like... Crap, I don't mean to be this person that pauses all the time, but I'm not a reaction channel, so. But that avocado thing is true. I used avocado oil in my cleanser. So my shampoo and my brown sugar scrub. Crap, here you are again. In my brown sugar scrub, I use avocado oil. I found that I'm allergic to avocados, at least I think I am, but when it comes to my hair, it's not a problem. So if you're someone that's like allergic to nuts as well, because I use like macadamia nut oil and almond oil in my products, those don't affect me topically. Only like if I intake nuts like inside, then I'll have an allergic reaction. So that could be the same for you or not. I don't know. $8, $10, but this is the kind that I like to use, and it's only $5. And then in the skincare section is where I find my vitamin E oil. It's $7. I also found tea tree oil in this section. I just forgot to film it. Sorry. So something to note about the shea butter cream is that all the ingredients are completely customizable. So you can add or take away whatever you want. If there's an oil that I don't use that you like, definitely add it. Or if you're allergic to something, you can definitely just leave it out. Okay, so now that we have everything. That's true as well. That's something I used to get asked all the time when I had, you know, was posting this video before I started selling my products. Was like, do I have to use this? You can, like I said, you can use whatever you want. You can just use shea butter and one oil. You can use mango butter. You don't have to use shea butter. As long as you have a butter and some oil, you only need one oil. I would say simplest shea butter because it's cheaper and easier to find. I don't know, olive oil because everybody got olive oil, and lavender, one essential oil. So one regular oil, one essential oil, and then one butter, and that's it. Add or take away, literally anything you want to add to it, you can. Anything you want to take away from it, you can. It's really up to you. As long as you got those two main ingredients, you good. Let's finally make it. So today I'm using white shea butter. This is actually my first time using it, and honestly I can't tell the difference between the yellow and the white. I think either one is fine. The yellow one is a little bit more refined, and it has palm oil in it, which gives it that yellow color, but honestly I really like both of them. Yeah, they don't make a difference. So I'm just taking a spoon and just scooping it all into a big bowl. Make sure you have a bowl that you can put on the stove. Mine is metal, so that's perfect. And you really want to make sure you have a big bowl too. Don't use a super small bowl because you're going to make a huge mess. Been there, done that. Also, make sure to get it all in the bowl. That would be great. I remember this because I actually filmed this also for TikTok and for Instagram. And I posted it and it did really well. That's crazy. And so this is why I say to make sure you have a heat-safe bowl, because I just took a pot of water. Hold on, I'm getting another. Everybody calling my phone today. I don't know what's going on. I must be popular for once in my life. If y'all saw my high school storytime video, y'all know that was not the case in high school. The opposite. Boiling water, and I set this bowl on top of it to melt the shea butter. This is honestly the first time that I've ever melted the shea butter, because before I would just put everything in a bowl and just whip it, but I will say I like how the ingredients are a lot more incorporated when everything is added when it's melted. Y'all hear that static? And as you can see, there was way too much steam, so Okay, I put the stove on, as you can see, I put the stove on like medium high. I had to turn it down. When I make my products, I put it on like 3 or 4. Like you just want it to be, like you don't want it to be like boiling. Like don't do that. Just enough to like melt the stuff. That's crazy. And also that static, I was like wondering like what was that sound? If you ever have like a MacBook, you know that like that fan gets super loud, and at the time I didn't have a microphone to film my voiceover, so I would just use the computer microphone. So I would just talk into the computer like this. So I'd have to edit the videos and stop and close my computer for like an hour or so, then open it and try to quickly record the voiceover. But I think during this time, it was like I really wanted to get this video up the next day. It took me like 12 hours to edit this video. I was like not good at editing at this time, so it took me a very long time. And I remember it was late at night, so I think that's why I was talking so low. I don't know. It's just, this brings me back so bad. But yeah, that was way too high. Just put it on like low. You don't need to put it on like super hot.
Take it off the eye. I would definitely say your water does not need to be boiling. It just needs to be hot enough to melt it.
Right.
So you don't have to worry.
That static is so bad. It takes about,
okay, so the shea butter is nice and melt.
I would say that takes about a couple minutes. When I melt like 2 pounds of shea butter, it takes like 10 minutes. It don't take that long.
And I decided to go ahead and just add the coconut oil since it's like the only other solid product that I'm adding.
I would still do that if you're gonna use coconut oil.
Just to let it melt with the shea butter. Honestly, I probably should have added it when the shea butter was still solid, so it would all be melted by this time. But I didn't think about it, so I would just say add it with the shea butter and just let it all melt together. That way, it just goes faster.
I like this music. I think it was from the YouTube library, like the non-copyright music.
Alright, now I'm just gonna go in and add all the other oils that I got. And I always get asked about measurements, and to be honest guys, I usually just eyeball it. I think I've just been making it for so long, I kind of just know how much to add. I will say though that if you want a more fluffier consistency, add less oils. But honestly, I don't use a lot of this when I apply it to my hair, so if you do add a lot of oil, it's okay, because it definitely won't weigh your hair down.
Okay, so obviously, like, as a business owner, someone that sells the new version that I have made of this product, I have measurements. And as a business owner, when people ask me for measurements now, I don't give them out because I don't want people to just take my, recipe and then sell it and make money off of my work. Like, I talked about this before. There's a difference between, like, gatekeeping stuff just to be mean, and then, like, I get asked, hey, tell me how to make your product so I can sell it too. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that because I worked hard on it. So I'll say for this specific recipe, about 30% should be oils. And you'll see in this video, I'm adding way too much essential oils. Don't do that. You only need like a couple of drops for this batch. You don't need the whole thing. And honestly, you don't really need essential oils. I just use them for the smell. To me, essential oils are what goes on your scalp. So this product doesn't go on your scalp, it goes on your hair, so you don't need essential oils, but you can add some for, like, I would add eucalyptus and lavender because I like the smell of those, and that's really the only reason why. They're like, just somebody's doing something outside. They smoke. Like, why people be smoking so much? You can't survive without weed. I use that whole container of shea butter, and then I would say use about 20 to 30% of oils. And you'll see this later in this video because I remember this. The amount of oil you add will determine how hard the mixture gets after it cools to room temp. So you need to make sure you're adding the perfect amount to where when it cools, it's firm, but it's not like hard. It's still soft and it has a nice fluffy consistency, which I had to learn when I was formulating it for my business.
And so now I'm just going to whip the mixture with my hand mixer, and I used ice in the bowl beneath it to cool the mixture down faster, so I wouldn't be here forever trying to get this shea butter to get to the whipped consistency. But I will say this is where I went wrong because the shea butter cream did harden after it's set, but I'm going to tell you guys how I fixed it.
So again, it hardened because I did not add enough oil. Okay, so this is like all wrong. Like, I would not do this technique anymore. So if you watch this video, just kind of like exit that part or skip this part of the video. Like, I don't know what I was doing. What you want to do is you want to let it, like, after it melts, you want to put it in the fridge or the freezer. until it solidifies, and then you want to whip it and you'll get that texture. I don't know why I was doing this. This doesn't make any sense. Just let it cool, solidify in the fridge. Like, you want it to be where you can still stick your finger in it and it still goes with your finger. You don't want to be like rock solid, but you want it to be firm, and then you just whip it like that. So I don't know why I did this.
And I've also gotten a lot of questions about whether you can just use a whisk. Yeah, I guess that's possible, but honestly, like, that would be so terrible.
I got all over my shirt.
So I would definitely suggest using a hand mixer or a stand mixer, and maybe a blender would work. I've been asked about that too. I'm not quite sure, but I would definitely give it a try.
You gotta use that. Don't use something else. Don't do a blender. You
So
gotta use
while
that.
this is whipping, I do want to share some super exciting news for you guys. I know a lot of you guys are disappointed because I cannot sell my shea butter cream or my homemade oil mix right now. But I do still want to do what I can to help you grow your hair, so I will be selling personalized hair care plans. In this plan, you get the basics of hair growth, the breakdown of how our natural hair works, the breakdown of different natural hair products, as well as a customized plan based on the problems you tell me that you have with your hair. So if you're interested in purchasing a plan, definitely leave me a comment and let me know. And I will leave the link to the plans in the description box once I get everything together. So definitely expect that either by the end of the week or definitely the beginning of next week.
That's crazy. It's cool how YouTube adds like the little sections, because I didn't add that when I posted this video. But that's crazy, because I remember that, like I said, I was living at home at this time, and so I, couldn't start a business at home. I was going to med school, like, what was this, in April? So, like, in the fall, I was headed to med school. So, I was moving to New Orleans to go to school. So, I really couldn't start a business while I was at home. And so, I remember I was like, let me do these personalized hair care plans. And I did that for maybe, like, 2 months. And then, I don't know why, I decided, I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and start my business. I don't know. I just was like, I'm just going to go ahead and start a business. Because I had moved down to New Orleans about a month before I actually started med school. And so during that month, I got everything together and set it up. Like, really, like, before I moved to New Orleans, I had set everything up with my business. Like, found out where to buy stuff, set up my website, everything. And then when I got to New Orleans, I got my inventory together and I started making the products, and then I launched, oh, it's crazy. I launched my business June 15th, which actually has been officially like 2 years, because I think June 15th was like the other day. June 15th was last week, so it's been 2 years since I had my business. I didn't even realize it was the anniversary. That would have been a good sale, huh? Sorry. But so it's crazy. So that money that I made making those personalized hair care plans, I used that to invest in starting my business. And that's crazy. Oh wow, God is really good, because I remember that. I probably could have talked while this was going, but I didn't know I was gonna not talk. But
also be careful not to overmix this, because it will turn into a buttery, hard consistency instead of the light, fluffy, whipped consistency that we want.
Like I said, if you do the technique I just said, put it in the fridge, let it solidify, then whip it. You can whip it as long as you want, honestly. Really, the longer that you whip it, the more fluffy it gets.
I transferred to my bathroom because my stepmom was trying to cook. But as you can see,
that's also another reason why I didn't start my business, because like when you live with a family of 5, like there's no room to start a business, and I can't hog the kitchen and make hair products while people are trying to eat. So that was another thing.
And whipped, so it's basically pretty much done. So basically what I did is I just transferred it into a cute little mason jar, because I was just trying to be cute, but honestly all of it didn't fit in there, so I just ended up putting the rest of it back in the original container that the shea butter cream came in. That's normally what I do, so that's perfectly fine.
Just do that. I mean, it looks good right there. That looks good.
As you can see, it's been about a day and the shea butter cream has definitely hardened, so I'm going to show you how to prevent this.
Honestly, that's not a bad consistency, which shows me that I just needed to add a little bit more oil. That's not bad at all. But yeah, clearly if it solidifies like that, that just means you didn't add enough oil. That's all it is.
So I basically just melted some of it back down just to test it to make sure this would work. And I basically just let it solidify completely before I whipped it. And so I did use
That's
ice.
static.
Honestly, I would just say to put it in the fridge and let it cool completely. Like, you do not want it warm at all. Even if it's solid, if it's still warm, it will harden after you whip it. So make sure that it is basically cold. And once it's solidified,
I thought I knew what I was talking about at this time, but you know, again, after 2 years of making this product and having that experience, I realized I was just doing it wrong. So, but now we know. But now we know.
Like this, you're just gonna whip it, and it will not harden after that.
Which it didn't. I mean, yeah, I just did exactly what I just told y'all to do from the beginning, so. I mean, yeah.
So now that we've gotten our ingredients and we've made the shea butter cream,
bro, look at this is a long video.
Properly use it because I get so many questions.
Let's talk about
it. I'm finally gonna clear things up. So the first thing we need to talk about is what our hair strand actually looks like. So as you can see, there are 2 parts of your hair. So there's an outer layer which surrounds your actual hair strand, which is called the cuticle. And that is the most important thing you need to understand about your hair in order to moisturize it correctly. So when your cuticle is closed, which means it's completely surrounding your hair strand, it's very hard for...
I'm sorry, I can't get over these atrocious lashes. I used to think these lashes were so cute. No, it's not giving. No.
Anything to get inside your hair to moisturize it. So that is why you should start off moisturizing your hair with warm water. By doing this, this opens up that cuticle and gives you access to your actual hair strand. Once you have access to your actual hair strand, that is where your moisture goes. Because you want your moisture to touch your hair strand in order to moisturize it. Let me say this. Oils and butters do not moisturize your hair.
I still 100% agree with this. I even posted a video on my business Instagram talking about this, where this girl was like talking about like companies scamming you by thinking you need oils because our hair isn't, something like that. I don't know. And I said that people just don't use oils correctly. They think that oils moisturize your hair and they don't.
I would consider my shea butter cream a butter. This is not a moisturizer. This is not something that you would put on your hair if it's super dry in the middle of the week. This is not a standalone product. This does not just go on your hair. You need something with moisture to go on underneath this. So in my opinion, great moisturizers are leave-in conditioners. So
I still agree with that.
Show you some of my favorites right here.
Still my favorite.
Basically, these are water-based leave-in.
I haven't used that in a while,
like
2 years.
Moisturize your hair. This is what is going to go on your hair strand. This is what gives your hair strand moisture. So open up your cuticle with warm water. You have access to your hair strand. Then you actually moisturize it with a leave-in. Then once you do that, you have to close your cuticle.
Look at me educating people.
Otherwise, the moisture will quickly escape your hair. That's why, you know, a lot of people wake up after 3 days of doing their hair and they have to retwist and re-moisturize their hair because it gets dry again. So you can kind of think of it as 2 pots of boiling water. One has a lid on it and one doesn't. Water will definitely escape both pots, but it will escape a lot faster with a pot that doesn't have the lid on it versus the one that does have the lid on it. Basically, think of oils and butters as that lid. These are sealants that close your cuticle so that moisture does not escape. And this works because we all know that oil and water don't mix. So if you have a water-based hydrating leave-in conditioner on your hair, then you put an oil or a butter on top, it's very hard for that moisture to get past that layer in order to leave your hair. And that is what keeps my hair moisturized.
Everything I said I still do, 100%. It's been, what, 2 years since I posted this video and I still do the same thing. I still wash my hair, warm water, open up my cuticles. I apply a leave-in conditioner and then I seal it with a hair butter. Now, I will say that the hair butters I currently sell, you can use by yourself. You don't need to use a leave-in because those hair butters are emulsified formulas. They're not the same thing as what I made in this video. If you know the product, the original that was on my website, that was the version of this that I was selling on my website for a long time. That is literally like, as you saw in this video, just butter and oil. That's not gonna moisturize anything. But the hair butters that y'all have seen become very popular on my page, especially the herbal infused hair butter, that's an emulsified version. So it includes, well, it has water in it. It has water, aloe vera. So it has hydrating ingredients in it as well as the butters and oils. So it can kind of do both things at the same time. So sometimes I apply a leave-in conditioner and then go in with that emulsified hair butter, or sometimes I just go in with the hair butter. So it's like a different concept. And I have videos on here showing how to make an emulsified hair butter. If you want to watch, I have like a couple on here in my small business playlist. But as far as this specific product, you would need something hydrating, because it's just butter and oil. So
for weeks using this stuff. And we all know there's this debate going on now because people are saying that oils and butters aren't good for your hair because they make your hair repel water. That is true because, again, oil and water don't mix. But if you're using oils and butters in the correct way, they are very beneficial for helping you maintain moisture. And so that's how I see amazing hair growth with this stuff, because it just simply keeps my hair moisturized all the time. I moisturize my hair once after my wash day.
Still do.
And I don't put anything else in my hair again until my next wash day. And I wash my hair about once a month. So because of this, I'm not over manipulating my hair because I don't have to constantly be re-moisturizing my hair every few days. And so because I'm not manipulating it a lot, I'm getting more length retention. And I'm also getting length retention because my hair is always moisturized, and so it's not breaking off from being dry. Because a lot of us grow our hair fine from our scalp, we just don't see growth because it breaks off and we don't get.
It's crazy. Everything I'm saying, I literally have been saying for 2 years, and I still stand by it. Like, I still moisturize my hair only on my wash days. I don't unless I'm restyling my hair to do something. I'm not gonna re-moisturize it at all, because the hair butter just locks moisture into my hair, the same that it did 2 years ago, the same that it did the 4 years prior. And like when I say hair growth, I'm talking about length retention. Like, I'm about to say it in this video, but like the hair growing from your scalp, that's not the problem. It's breaking off. That's the problem. And so if you solve the breaking off part of your hair, you'll see more length.
That length. So hopefully all of that made sense, but that's really all there is to it.
I literally said the same thing verbatim today.
Amazing for hair growth. It just keeps your hair moisturized.
Again, hair growth, I'm referring to length retention. Like, it's not gonna make hair grow out of your scalp faster, and most people, that like I said, that's not your problem. Your problem isn't your hair isn't growing from your scalp. Your problem is the hair that grows from your scalp. You know, you do all the oil massages and all that type of stuff to get the hair to grow out. That's great. But what do you do with the hair that's already been grown out? Like, once it grows out, what do you do? And so you're supposed to like make sure it's hydrated and moisturized. But a lot of people don't know how to take care of this. They'll just take care of this. And don't say it's a wig. I know it's a wig, okay? But you get the gist. So if you use the hair butter to hydrate your hair, all that good stuff, you'll be able to retain that length. Also, I protect the style. That's another thing I do. So
you get less breakage and more length retention. I've been using this stuff since the very beginning of my natural hair journey, and I will put some pictures in here just showing my progress throughout the years.
Oh my goodness, that was in college.
If you want to see more pictures and just my progress throughout the years, I do have my...
That's crazy. Those pictures were so long ago. That's crazy. I feel like my hair is healthier now than it was back then. But I don't know.
Natural hair journey video on my channel. I will definitely link it in the description box.
Okay, I have an updated natural hair journey. If you want to watch that, I will link that in the description, or probably in one of the cards up here if you want to see the updated one. But watch both. The first one has more pictures in it.
Also have my full wash day routine, so you can definitely see that. Which
I have an updated wash day routine. I have like 5 of them at this point on my channel. So
I'll also link in the description box as well. Now that
you know, I'm just gonna link my natural hair playlist somewhere so you can just choose what you desire.
I told you exactly how to use this product and why it works, let me show you how I apply it to my hair.
Which I've seen 50 million times.
I wash my hair and deep condition, and I just rinse my deep conditioner out with cold water.
I don't have that shirt anymore.
I like to do this.
That's like one of my favorite shirts to wear. It was so soft.
My hair is super, super thick. So I usually do 4 big sections and then split each of those 4 sections into 2. Then I start out with my warm water, like I said earlier, opening up those cuticles. I really make sure I'm working that in, and then I'm going to go in with the blueberry.
Yeah, see that piercing? I took it out. I used to have that piercing at the top. It never healed, so I had to take it out. I took it out like a year ago.
conditioner. I'm using this one today, and I'm going to make sure to thoroughly apply that from roots to ends, because again, this is what actually hydrates your hair. This is your moisture.
Oh my goodness, my hair.
And lastly, I'm going to go in with my shea butter cream, and honestly, you don't need a lot, which is perfect.
You really don't need a lot.
Build up. You just want to rub it in between your hands.
Like, when I see customers being like, I ordered 5 of them and I'm already out, I'm like, sis, what are you doing? Because you really don't need to use that a lot. But to be fair, bro, I think they're like mowing the grass in my complex, so sorry for that. I think the people that buy my products, I don't think about the fact that they probably wash their hair more often than I do, so they're using the product more often, and they probably do use a lot more. But you don't need a lot. Like, I'm still in the same container that I had from June, so.
Until it completely melts. Now I apply it from roots to ends, making sure I'm sealing that cuticle close so the moisture stays in my hair.
I'm still doing good on time. Oh wow, I feel like my hair's a lot healthier now than it was back then. Okay, confession time. At the time when that lady had cut my hair off, I was mad. Hold on, shut up for a second. When I was mad at the time when I had got that big chop or whatever, that lady had cut all my hair off. I mean, my hair does look a lot healthier now. Maybe that cut was a good thing, even though I still think that she cut my hair off because she did not know how to work with it. I'm gonna stand by that. But I think that it turned out to be a good thing in the end, because my hair was healthier and it kind of gave me like a refresh, a restart. My hair wasn't unhealthy, but I just feel like it was a good cut to have, I guess, at the end of the day. So I'm not mad at it anymore because my hair grew back. But
right here, that's the scripture of the day. So today's scripture is coming from John 8:7.
Scripture of the day.
When they kept on questioning him, he straightened up and said to them, "Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." So this was Jesus talking to the people who wanted to stone this woman for cheating on her husband. And he said the person basically who has never sinned before can throw the first rock, and no one could. So this just says that as Christians, we really have to be careful about being judgmental. This kind of reminds me of the whole X video situation. And don't get me wrong, that video was very wicked and evil. I couldn't even watch the whole thing. But he got to that point because of judgmental Christians.
You know what? I totally forgot about scripture of the day, because I remember I used to do that, but at the time I wasn't really getting a lot of views on my videos. Basically, you would comment your favorite scripture and I would pick one and put it in my next video. But people weren't commenting because I wasn't getting any views. I think I had like 20K, less than 20K on my platform at this time. So I started putting my own scriptures at the beginning. But I might bring it back. I don't know. I have a lot more followers now. I might bring it back, but I like putting my scriptures at the beginning of the videos because I'm a Christian and I'm not ashamed of the fact that I'm a Christian. And I feel like it's like you never know who watches my video. They might be having a bad day and then all of a sudden they see my scripture and it just hits different, because I've had that before. So you just never know who needs it. That's why I put it. So if you don't like it, just skip it. But
we just really need to make sure that we're trying to be like Jesus, who had the perfect balance.
Right.
Able to show everyone love despite what they did or who they were, but still call out the things that were wrong in this world without judging others.
Right. And a little bit on that, like I was saying that like people like to excuse judgment and saying, oh, but we're supposed to correct our brothers and sisters, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, but you forget the rest of that scripture that says in love, you telling somebody they're going to hell and say I'm gonna follow you, and you're not like being mean and rude and nasty to someone, that's being judgmental. That's not helping them. You correct somebody with the intention of helping them, not so you could feel better about yourself or make them think that you're better than them. That's not how you treat people. There's a way to tell somebody they're wrong without being rude, disrespectful, and judgmental. That's all I'm gonna say. You still should tell people that they're wrong, but there's a way to do it. And some of y'all, it don't be it. Sorry. Reflect on yourself. Cause y'all be coming at me like that about what I wear and stuff like that. I'm a thot or a vixen. Cause I wore me a cute crop top. Don't be mad. I'm working on my abs, okay? Don't be mad. It really wasn't even that deep, honestly. I'm doing too much.
Okay, guys, so now you know where to get the ingredients, how to make it, you know how and why it works, and you know how to apply it. So now you have everything you need to see amazing results with my homemade shea butter cream. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I will be doing a very similar video about my homemade oil mix.
Which I do, which I have on there.
So turn on those notifications.
I have a bunch of videos.
Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I've been looking at the one.
I remember this outro. That's crazy. Oh, I clicked on somebody else's video. Okay. Well, you guys, that was a journey. It is crazy seeing just like how much things have changed in the past 2 years. Not just like my career wise, you know, growing followers, my business and all that, but just me, myself. Like watching that video, I just see so many different changes in myself. Like when I was watching that video, I saw that I was like a little bit shy. I wasn't as confident in front of the camera or doing voiceovers. The quality, like you can tell I care more about social media now. I did not care then, but it's just like how much everything is just grown so much. And it's just like not a lot of people can say that in like 2 years their influencer journey has blossomed the way mine has. So I'm very grateful for that. And you know, it just shows I've come such a long way. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. And just God is so good. You got to make sure you give him 100% of the glory, because he did this for y'all. He didn't do this for me, because there's something that he's going to do through me that y'all need. So that's why he brought me to this point, and I need to make sure I like don't forget that. But anyways, guys, that is it. If you have any other videos you want me to react to, definitely let me know, because this was fun. I can react to some more of my old videos. I can react to other people's videos, certain topics y'all want me to react to. We can definitely do that, because I think I'm kind of feeling like the sit down videos for now until I move. So if you have any other stuff, let me know. So yeah, I don't know if I said this yet, but make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button, put your notifications on so you don't miss any of my uploads. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram for daily content, and check out my hair care line if you're interested in, you know, getting some of these products. And like I said, I am getting my products manufactured, so we will only have one hair butter, which is going to be very, very, very similar to the herbal infused hair butter, and it's going to also have some of this type of stuff in it, and our oil will also be available next month. But everything's restocked now. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Tell me what you see in me.